Which grandmother's pain am I carrying? Which grandmother chose poison over sugar? Hurt over joy? Bitter leaf over sugarcane? Which grandmother's sorrow am I carrying? There are many things set to be passed on to us through ancestors and lineage. And pain, I hear, is one of those things that is definitely carried through blood. Passed on from mother to mother, from daughter to seed. Which grandmother's pain am I carrying?
I don't want to end up like my mom. My mom is 53 years old. And she feels stuck. My mom is 53 years old and feels stuck. Because when she was 19, 20, around my age, she decided to give up her autonomy to a man. Because in everything you are as a woman, as beautiful, as intelligent, as creative, as enticing and mesmerizing, as wonderful, as magnificent as you are as a woman, you are still nothing without the co-assignment of a man. Without a man coming by and saying, I too think she's a bad bitch. And I just don't think that's valid. You know? My mom is 53 years old. What would she have done if she had dedicated her life? And maybe I wouldn't have been born. You know what I mean? If she had chosen to dedicate herself, but she would have been happier. Her life would have looked a whole lot different at 53 if she had spent more time healing, developing, crafting, becoming. So I guess at 23, that's what I'm doing. Is taking that journey of finding myself and loving myself in my entirety and discovering what that means.
Feminine is sensual. It's alluring. It's dominant. It's playful. It's quirky. It's a constant celebration. And it's in constant motion. To be a woman is to be a celebrated thing. It is to be in power in ways that I don't think that many women have began to tap into. And that's not to say masculinity is not powerful in its own way. But to be a woman, there is power and energy in that isn't often tapped into or leaned into. And I think that as I'm entering 23 and confidently standing in 23, part of that comes in learning for myself what it means to be a woman. It's like, what do I identify with? And I say I identify as a woman. But I am also learning that my understanding of womanhood and femininity are a bit shallow. Because when I say I love being a woman, I have to then ask myself specifically, what about being a woman do I love and do I enjoy? You know, sometimes the joy of being a black woman is sucked out of me. It's drained as I realize that there's a lot of underlying violence and aggression that will always be aimed and directed towards me. But that doesn't mean I should not be in constant celebration of who I am and who I identify as, but my life now tends to be trying to identify myself outside the lens of living in a white supremacist system. Identifying myself outside of what men think of me, what my parents think of me, what my peers think of me, and what the definition of femininity and womanhood has been defined to me as. I am a woman who likes men, and I am a woman who likes women. I am a woman who, I don't know, you know, I am just a woman. And I guess I'm trying to find out if I identify as a woman because I am a woman or because I have been told I am a woman. And I just want to be. I think my attachment to femalehood, sorry for saying it that way, my attachment to womanhood comes from the struggle I share with other women. The realization that we are all the same and our struggles are the same and we go through the same things, and the world is often cruel to us in the same ways. And so for me, I identify as a woman because I identify with womanhood through our struggles. And I don't want that. I don't want to identify with being a woman through how I've struggled through being a woman. I want to identify with being a woman through the celebration I share with my sisters in being a woman and what that means to us. What is femininity? What is womanhood? What is humanity? What is it to be a living, breathing human being who wakes up every morning and lives in whatever identity I choose to wear that day? Oh, that's why I love clothes. But I don't know. That's the question I'm asking. What does it mean to be a woman? Outside of the confines of a sexualized body, possessed, politicized, and owned body. What does it mean to be a woman who lives on her own accord and makes her own choices and decisions and is who she chooses to be unapologetically? How then do we define femininity in that